are the one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's her and her friends. Big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, and all to get it from my end slow. How you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This taken in at the goal line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On first down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Franks. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They'll get 34 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Seibert able to knock this one through.
And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Setting up play action. Franks.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Unfortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Williams, a man in motion right.
Franks now to throw on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skill.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Franks.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Franks.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
A crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here
there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Tim Patrick with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Commanders have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll send the tight end in motion here. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Franks now on 2nd down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jamar Chase.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Okay, ready?
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws hasn't helped them up. They're trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
He gets it to Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, here's Franks.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the gun on third down, Wilson. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 61 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A first down throw. Here's Franks. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Franks. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Again, Patterson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run with Patterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The Franks looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
After the interception, here's Wilson. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
The goal was a score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Franks now.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On first down, Franks.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Operating from the gun, Franks. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Zay Jones
from 6 yards away.
And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. If you're going to blitz, you're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Right side caught by Goddard, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a...
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Working out of the gun, Franks. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Running the counter, Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Franks
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Browns. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
An option handoff to Spiller.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
The kick by Bass is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Frank's throw complete there to Thomas.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
28 yards.
And the Browns extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that will incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Ready.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Okay,
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, a run by Spiller.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. In motion goes the tight end.
Franks, 3rd down from the gun.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
In motion right is Jones.
Franks now on 2nd down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Browns.
Logan Thomas,
An 11-yard touchdown.
and the Browns have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one